Welcome to Sotantra education. In this lecture, we are going to discuss a programming problem, that is to print all the permutations of some given characters. Suppose for example, 3 characters are given, that is A, B, C. So you want to print all the permutations of these characters that are given, and the permutations are like this: A, B, C, then another one is A, C, B, then B, A, C, then B, C, A, and the next one is C, A, B, C, B, A. That is, if 3 characters A, B, C are given, then these are the possible permutations we need to print. And we know that from mathematics or from permutation combination, so 6 possible permutations are possible if 3 characters are given. Similarly, suppose for example, the characters are C, A, and R. Then we need to print all the permutations of C, A, R, or all the permutation of the characters C, A, R, and the possible permutations are C, A, R, C, R, A, then A, C, R, then A, R, C, then R, C, A, then R, A, C. So these are the possible permutations if 3 characters C, A, R are given. Now assume 2 characters are given, that is A and B. So from these 2 characters, 2 permutations are possible, and these are A, B, then B, A. So if 2 characters are given and assume the characters are A, B, so the output is going to print A, B and B, A. Similarly, if 2 characters are X and Y, so the output should be X, Y and Y, X. And we know that from 2 given characters, or when the number of characters, 2 possible permutations is possible. So here A, B, so 2 possible permutations possible. And when the number of characters given is 3, then 6 possible permutations possible. Similarly here 6 possible permutations possible. And when the number of characters is 4, then at that time 24 possible permutations are there. So we are not going to discuss about 4 characters, because so here the complexity will increase. So if you understand for 3 characters or 2 characters, then you can apply the same concept to get the permutation of 4 characters. So for simplicity we are considering only 3 characters. Now you can observe here A, B, C is given 3 characters, so we can put these characters A, B, C in an array. So there are multiple ways to solve this problem. So we are discussing 2 ways, or 2 simple ways you can consider. So A, B, C are given, so we can put these characters A, B, C in an array and assume the name of the array is AR, and the index of A is 0, the index of B is 1, and the index of C is 2, because we know that in array the index starts from 0. Now the possible permutations are like we have discussed, A B C, then A C B, then B A C, then B C A, then C A B, C B A. So these are the possible permutations. So here you can observe, if we consider the index, so here the index is 0, here it is 1, here it is 2, then 0, 2, 1, 1, then it is 0, it is 2, then 1, 2, 0, then 2, 0, 1, then 2, 1, 0. That means here you can observe, A means the element at index 0, here B means the element at index 1, C means the element at index 2. Similarly here, if you consider BCA, that means it is going to print the element that is at index 1. C means it is going to print the elements at index 2, and A means it is going to print the element that is at index 0 of the array AR. Now here you can observe the index is varying from 0 to 2. So initially it is 0, then 1, then 2. So here you can observe the index is varying from 0 to 2. So initially it is 1, then 2, then 0, then 2, then 0, then 1, like this. Similarly here also you can observe the index is varying from 0 to 2. So initially it is 2, then 1, then 2, then 0, then 1, then 0, like this. So here print different permutations of the characters is same as print the elements that are present in the array. Or for this index 0, 1, 2, we can take a variable I, and for this index 0, 1, 2, we can take another variable j, and for this index we can take another variable k. So we have three variables I, j and k, and the values of I is from 0 to 2, and the value of j is from 0 to 2, and the value of k is also from 0 to 2. Now you can here observe, so for any permutation the value of I, j, k are distinct. So here it is 1, 0, 2, here 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, like this. So the value of I, j, k are distinct for each permutation. That means I, j, k are not repeated. The value of I, j, k are not repeated, and the values of I, j, k varies from 0 to 2. So for this we can write loop, or we can use the loop structure, and we can write in this way: for I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Then again we can write for j equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Then again we can write for k equal to 0, k less than 3, k plus plus. That means we are writing three variables I, j, k, and the values of I, j, k is varies from 0 to 2, 0 to 2, 0 to 2. Now here you can observe the values are distinct. So for this we can write, if I not equal to j, and I not equal to k and j not equal to k, that means when these values of I, j, k are distinct, so simply print AR of I plus AR of j plus AR of k. So here we are writing plus means to concatenate these characters, and for concatenation we are adding an empty string, otherwise it is going to display or it is going to add the integer values corresponding ASCII values. So to avoid that we are adding an empty string here. And what is AR? So AR is one character array and initially it stores the given characters A, B and C. So this is the code to print different permutations of 3 given characters. So similarly, if 2 characters are there, so initialize this with 2 values and write 2 for loops, and this for loop for k is not required if 2 characters are given. Similarly, if 4 characters are given, so write one more for loop here for m equal to 0, like this you can write. And here also one condition you need to add, and here print AR of k plus AR of k plus AR of m, or any value you can take. So I hope this one is clear to everyone. Now we will see the implementation of it. Now we want to solve the problem using a different approach, that is recursion. So what is recursion? We have already discussed in the previous lectures. So you can go through the video lecture to understand the basic concepts of recursion. So in recursion we divide the problem or divide the original problem into different sub problems and try to solve the sub problems and combine the result of the sub problems to get the final result. So here in recursion 2 cases are there, one is base case, another one is recursive case, and the base case is one for which we know the result, and the recursive is one in which we don't know the result. So here you consider if only one character is given, that is A. So if A is given, so in how many different permutations are possible? So only one permutation is possible, and what is that? That is we can print A only. Similarly, if 2 characters are given and assume the characters are A and B, so here how many different permutations are possible. So here two permutations are possible, that is AB and BA. So here A, B and BA. So here we can consider P is a method that represents the permutation. For simplicity, we are writing the method name as P. So here I can write P of A is going to print A only, because only one permutation is possible, that is A. Now similarly I can write P of B, so it's going to produce or going to print only B, because if B only one character is given, then only one permutation is possible, and that is B, simply print B. Similarly, if we consider one character, that is C, so the output should be C. So P of A equal to A, P of B equal to B, P of C equal to C, where P is the method name, and here in place of permutation we are writing P. For simplicity, you can take any method name. Now if we write P A B, so for A B two permutations are possible, and the two are AB and BA. So here we can simply write, so if AB is given, so we can either select A first or select B first. That means first we can select this one, the character that is at index 0. Then, so this one is in index 0. Then we are selecting the character that is at index 1. So first one character we select, then concatenate this with the rest. So we are concatenating this. So for concatenation I am writing plus with P of B. So the problem initially is P of AB, and applying the process of recursion we are getting the sub problem, or we are trying to solve the sub problem, that is P of B. So here initially you can see two characters are there, and now you can see only one character B is there, and we know that this P of B is equal to B, here we have written. So the final result is like this, A plus B. So plus I am writing here for concatenation. So A is concatenated with B, so we are getting AB. Now if we select B first, then we can write B is selected, so we can write B concatenated with the rest one, that is A, and we know that P of A, this one, P of A is A, here you can see. So I can write B then plus this A, so it is BA. So one string is AB, another string is BA, or one permutation is AB, another permutation is BA if two characters are given. Now assume three characters are given, and that is A, B, C. So if three characters are given, so we can select A first, that means the character that is at index 0. So if we select A first, then we are going to apply the permutation for BC. So this A is concatenated with P of BC. So here you can see initial problem is P of ABC and the sub problem is P of BC. Similarly, we can select B first, that means the character that is at index 1. Similarly, we can select C first, that is the character at index 2. So if we select B, then we can write P of AC plus P of AB. So here you can observe, if we are selecting A, then again we are applying the same method P to BC, and if we are selecting B, then we are applying the same method, or we are passing AC as argument to P. Now if we are selecting C, then we are passing AB as argument to P. So how we are finding this argument of the sub problem? That means select A and the next substring. So if we consider ABC is a string, then if we select A, then pass this BC or find the substring excluding A. Now if we select B, then find the substring here, find the substring here, then just concatenate this substring with this substring. So that means exclude B, and here before B what is the substring? That is A, and after B what is the substring? That is C. So concatenate these two substring, that is AC. So here we are writing AC. Now if we select C, so find the substring before C, that is AB, find the substring after C. So after C no substring is there, it is empty. So this one is AB. So here we are writing AB. Now P of BC, how to solve? So here we can have two paths. So A is there initially. So you can select B, or let me write in this way. So here we can select B, then the rest one is C, or we can select C and the rest one is B. So P of C is C. So this is going to give A, then B, then C. So here we can write A, B, C. Now here you can observe P of B is B. We have already discussed. So this one is going to give A, C, B. So we can write here A, C, B. So here we are selecting B. Now P of AC, that is we can write, we can select A first, then plus P of C, or simplicity, instead of writing B here again, simply try to solve this one, that is select A first, then concatenate P of C, then select C first, concatenate P of A. So two possible options are there for this P of AC. So we know that P of C is C. So we can write B, A, then C. Similarly, we can write this one as B, C, A. Now here also follow the same procedure. So we can select A first or B first. So if we select A, apply the same method to P of B, sorry, it is P of B, and here it is P of A. So here we are going to get C, A, then B. P of B is B, we know. So it is C, A, B, and here it is C, B, A. So here you can observe we are getting 6 possible permutation. One is ABC, SCB, BAC, BCA, CAB, CPA. Now here if we want to write the method, so instead of P, okay, so let P is the method. So what is the base case? Or for simplicity, in place of P, write permute is the method. So if permute is the method, so what is the base case? So the base case is when only one single character is there, or simply you can write when no character is there. So when this is empty, so here we need to keep track of the output also, because each time we need to print the output. So permute is going to take two parameters, one is input, another one is output. So if the input length is 0, it is going to print the output. So this is the base case. So base case means input length is 0. So now consider the name of the method is permute, and here in this method we want to keep track of both the input and output. So that's why I am writing IP for input and OP for output. Now consider initially the input is A and the output is empty. So here we want to test, or we want to execute the method permute when the input is, assume A, so A is a string and output is empty. So the output is empty string and input is string A, that is of one character only. Now as we have discussed, so we can select this character from the input, or we can select one character from the input. So if we select the one character from the input, that is the only character here, so the method becomes permute and this input will be empty, because we want to write the rest of the string excluding the character A. So here A is the only character, only one character, so the input string becomes empty, and the selected character here in this example, the selected character is A, is concatenated with the output. So here the output becomes A, because the empty string is concatenated with the output, that is A. So now here you can observe the input string is empty string and the output is A. So when the input becomes empty or the length of the input string is 0, then print the output. So here the output is A, so print A, because we cannot proceed further because the input is of length 0. So here we can see, so we have reached the base case. Base case means the input length becomes 0. So when the input length becomes 0, just print the output. Now consider another scenario or another example where the input string is of length 2, that means 2 characters are there, and assume the input is of AB and initially the output is empty. So now if we follow the same procedure that we have discussed earlier, so select one character from this input, that means we can select either A or B to two possible options are there. So we can select A, and if we select A, so here we can write A, and here we can select B. So if we select A, then what is going to happen? So the permute method can be written like this: the remaining part of the string excluding the character A, that means permute B, and the selected character is concatenated with the output. So here the output becomes A. Now if we select B and if we follow this way, that means the permute method is going to be reduced in this way. That means we can write permute the remaining character excluding the selected one, so it is A, and the selected character is concatenated with the output. So here B is selected, so B is selected, so it is going to be concatenated with the output. So output is empty string. So if we concatenate B with the output or B with the empty string, so it becomes B here. Now again here you can see permute BA. So this one we have only one option, that is we can select B here, we can select B here. So we can write B, that means B is selected. So if we select B, the permute method is going to be reduced like this. The input string becomes empty, and the selected character B is going to be concatenated with the output. That means the output becomes AB. Now similarly here, if we select this A, because A is the only character, so select A, so the permute method is going to be reduced like this. So this becomes empty and it becomes, the output becomes BA. Now here you can observe permute empty string and AB, that means the input is empty. So when the input is empty, that means we have received the base case, just print the output, that means print AB. Similarly here you can observe when the input string becomes empty, so here input is empty string, print the output. So here what is the output? The output is BA, so print BA. So this is one example when the string length is 2 and we are taking AB as an example. Similarly you can consider another example where the input string is of length 3 and you can write the method like this: permute ABC, and initially the output is empty. So now let us see the behavior of the method permute when the input is of length 3 and in this scenario we are considering ABC and initially the output is empty. So now here we can select A first, or we can select B first, or we can select C first. So if we select A, so the permute method is going to be reduced like this. So we can write permute, then the input becomes BC, so excluding A, so it becomes BC and the output becomes A. Now if we select B first, then the permute method is going to become or is going to reduce like this: permute, then excluding A, so the remaining characters are AC, and B is going to be concatenated with the output, so it is going to be, the output is going to be B. Now if we select C first, then the method is going to be like this: permute, this input becomes AB, output becomes C. Now permute BC and the output is A, input is BC. So if we select B first here, so the permute is going to be reduced in this way: permute, then it becomes C and it becomes AB. So here we have another option, that means we can select C. So if we select C, the permute method becomes like this. So it is going to be B and the output becomes AC. Now here there is only one option, that is we can select C. So permute becomes this one, so the input becomes empty and the output becomes ABC. Similarly here we have only one option, so we can select B. So the permute method becomes like this, so the input becomes empty, the output becomes ACB. So here you can observe in this one, the input becomes 0, input length becomes 0. So here it is going to print the output, so it is going to print ABC. Similarly here it is going to print ACB. So here we get one output, here we get another output. Similarly we can expand this permute ACB, similarly we can expand this permute ABC, or this one you can expand and this one you can expand and print all the possible permutations. We can code the program like this. So let me write the program: public static void, assume the name of the method is permute, and here we are taking two parameters, one is input, so for that I am writing IP, another one is output, and for that I am taking OP. Now first we need to write the base case. So what is the base case? If the length of the input string is 0, then we can say we have reached the base case. That means we cannot divide the problem into sub problem. Then at that time we need to print the output. So for that we can write if IP dot length equal to 0, then we can print system.out.println. In short I am writing s.o.p. So OP for output. So here OP. So OP for output we can print and just return. So the base case is completed. So this one is the base case. So let me write, or let me box it. Okay, now the recursive case. Now consider the recursive case, and in the recursive case we are going to select one character, and that character is concatenated with the output, and the input is reduced by removing the selected character, and each time we select one character from the input string. That means we can initially we can select the character that is at index 0, then we can select the character that is at index 1, then we can select the character that is at index 2, like this. So for that we can write for int I equal to 0, I less than ip dot length, then I plus plus. Now character ch equal to ip dot char at I. So here in this way we are selecting one character. Now we need to find the substring, or we need to find the remaining characters of the string by excluding the selected character. So for this we can write string left. So I am writing left means the left part of the string of the selected character. So for that we can write ip dot substring. So here ip is the initial input. So substring zero to I, and string right we can write in this way, string right equal to ip dot substring I plus 1. Now combine this left part and right part. So I am taking a variable rest, that means the rest part of the string excluding the selected character. So that is equal to left plus right. So here plus means the concatenation. Now again call the method permute, and here input is rest and output will be updated op plus ch. That means the ch is concatenated with the output. So this is all about. So here you can select the for loop. So this one. So this is all about the recursive case. Select one character and reduce the sub problem or reduce the problem. So we can write the complete program, and here like we have the end of the permute method.